US support in Sahel is really critical to our operations. So in this very particular moment where the head of states of the G5 Sahel and President Macron decided to increase the efforts not only in the military field but also on the political field, it seemed that it's even more necessary to keep this American support. But as I said, we fully understand the process the United States is in. Secretary Esper has a difficult job to handle, how to reorganize the American footprint. So we understand the constraints. So we will try, I'm sure we'll try to find the best decision to accommodate all the constraints, the one we have in Sahel and the one that the United States has worldwide.
The only thing I'd add is this: France has been a real leader in the Sahel. I give France great credit for what they've done, their commitment, thousands of soldiers, and of course we've mourned the loss alongside them, and when soldiers have been killed or wounded. And President Macron is taking a very important leadership role there. So, great effort by France. I think France has reached out to other European allies. I think it's time for other European allies to assist as well in the region, and that could offset whatever changes we make as we consider next steps in Africa.
Space and outer space is a major concern and a new area of threats. And that's why we felt the need to establish in a formal way what is France's strategy in this new area. And we have decided to invest strongly in space within the military programming law that has been voted 2 years ago. So we will completely renew our satellites and military equipments in space. And more than that, we feel the necessity to protect our assets in space. And this is something that we shared together. The cooperation between the United States and France is extremely strong and fruitful.
Our nations have been in space for many, many years. It's just been recently that both China and Russia pushed us to the point where it now became a warfighting domain. As a result, the United States has stood up Space Command and just recently Space Force to make sure that we can preserve space as a global commons. It's important not just to our security, but to our commerce, our way of life, our understanding of the planet, weather, you name it. So it's very important that we now treat it that way and make sure that we're prepared to defend ourselves and preserve space. And as I've spoken with General Raymond, who is the commander of both Space Force and Space Command presently, he understands the importance of advancing line of effort number 2 in our national defense strategy when it comes to space, and that is strengthening our alliances and deepening our partnerships so we can work very cooperatively, collaboratively with other spacefaring nations such as France.
Thank you.